One, two, three. We are live, baby.
We live.
Let's go. This how we do it, y'all, man. Getting deep with Q Smitty, brought to you by Q Smitty Media. As y'all can see, man, I just been doing my thing all across the state of Alabama. Been doing PA announcing, been everywhere except in the studio doing interviews. Well, now it's time for me to go ahead and switch things up and get back into my interview bag. But I don't even want to call it the interview bag. In fact, I'd rather call it the conversation bag, because I'm in here with two legendary influencers. We're having a conversation about the power of being an influencer, right? The power of an influencer. In fact, we need to get deep about what an influencer truly means, because anybody can say that they're an influencer, but what exactly are they influencing? Who are they influencing? You know, and I just really want to have that conversation with two people who I know are influencing a plethora of people, especially in the state of Alabama and across the South, even beyond the South. You know, I've had conversations with people at barbershops, you know, yeah, extra clap right there, extra clap for y'all. I've had conversations with my barber, and, you know, I was like, hey, yo, man, you want to get away real quick? My boy LHUT, go to his TikTok real quick. He just went to this spa over there in Helena, and his lady actually booked that spa for him, you know, and actually a restaurant for him for his birthday. You know what I'm saying? And then my dad just be, you know, all over Instagram scrolling, sending me random stuff. And next thing you know, he sends me this video of Palate for the culture. He was like, have you been to this spot before? He was like somewhere over there, Edge, Birmingham or something like that, the Edge. Yeah. I was like, nah, I haven't been there before, but I know who I know the lady who's actually promoting that venue. So I'm finally in the studio with them, y'all. I'm excited. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Jazz, Palate for the culture, and the one and only, what's up, cousins? LHUT, baby. Give me another clap real quick, y'all. Yeah. How y'all feeling right now?
Feeling good.
Feeling good, feeling great. Here. I know I can't see you over there, LHUT, but man, talk to me, man. What you been up to this week? Other than sitting down, because that's something that you rarely do.
Okay.
What I do this week? I went to a Barron's event, the Barron's preview. They were previewing their menu and just creating content, planning. Got a bunch of stuff coming up. We dropped our video, myself and Jazz, for the Law Enforcement Career Blitz, which is happening the 13th and the 15th at the Birmingham Crossplex. So just hustling and trying to, you know, continue to do what I do.
Hey, man, you got any gift cards that you can give a brother, man? I be needing some gift cards to some of these restaurants you be going to.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. Maybe I should start looking at that.
Yeah.
I got a What's Up Cousins gift card. You know
they
what I'm
need
saying?
to give me something.
Something like that, you know.
Write that down.
Yeah. What about you, Jazz? How's your week going thus far?
You know what? I started my week off a little different. So I actually got invited to collaborate with this luxury, like, getaway place up in Scottsboro called Retreat.
Okay.
And so I went up there and kind of started my week a little slow, because we all need that. We were just talking about that, just needing to sit down somewhere sometimes.
Yeah.
So I was up there just kind of relaxing, and I just kind of eased into my week. But of course, I feel like I'm always working, so I'm always editing and planning my content and figuring out what's the next thing. But I did take a little time to myself earlier this week.
And you got to take some time to yourself. You got to recharge.
You can't pour from an empty glass. So that is one of my philosophies.
Yeah, like how can you influence somebody if you're drained?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're talking about getting deep about the power of an influencer, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to ask both of you this question. It's actually a twofold question. I'll start with you, LHUT. Do you consider yourself as a legend? If so, what makes you feel like a legend in the city of Birmingham? And if you don't feel like a legend, what like what are the requirements in the eyes of Ladarius Hutchinson that makes him feel like a legend? And that question goes for you too, Jazz.
I think the title legend is relative. I feel like it is dependent on who you're talking to. You know, some people look at legend as the time you've been doing something, like the length of time or something. Some people look at legend as far as the impact that you've made. So I won't give myself the title because, first of all, I have so much more that I want to do and that I have to do. I do feel like, you know, influential, you know, innovative, those type of words is more what I see for myself right now. But trust and believe me, when it's all said and done, legend will be attached to my name.
Period.
Legend in the making. What about you, Jazz?
I'm so hesitant to give myself titles. I don't know. Like, I feel legendary to myself because I can hardly believe I've been doing all of this. So just me looking at me, I'm like, girl, you've been doing this. So that's legendary to me. But as far as like having like the notoriety of being a legend, I don't know. I would say kind of yes and no. Like you said, it's relative. Like, I think it's legendary anybody who gets up and puts on for their city, and especially for me because I focus on Black-owned businesses, Black culture, and really showing positive aspects of Black culture and of the city and of businesses that I actually like and want to share. So I think that is a legendary thing to do. But I wouldn't go as far as to say like, oh, I'm a living legend. You know, I just think I'm feeling a need, and people, you know, they enjoy the content. They like going to the places that I suggest, and I think that's dope.
Yeah,
I would use the title Trailblazer.
Yeah.
Trailblazer. I love that.
Yeah.
I love saying Trailblazer.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I feel like we are ushering in a new wave. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Birmingham, I mean, of course, influencing it's not that old. I mean, it's not.
Right.
You know, so we are doing something different for the city. So that's what I think.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a good way to
That
put
is
it.
a great way to look at it. But you know, like when somebody asks me, like, "Who are you?" I'd be like, "I'm the legendary Super Saiyan. That's who I am." Like, but no, I definitely understand where you're coming from when you say legend in the making, because we're still alive. Right.
Right.
So
Right.
life is a process. We're still growing. We're still loading. So that legendary status, I feel like, will always change. I feel like there's levels to a legendary status. Like right now for me, like my legendary status is just holding down a radio position at the #1 R&B station in the city for 7 years. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
legendary.
And like my next
Yeah.
legendary status would be,
Yeah.
you know, the biggest voice actor in the world. You know what I'm saying? So like
That's
there's
right.
Yes.
there's levels to this
I
legendary
agree.
status thing, you know, and it never stops. You know, like Big Sean, I actually went to a concert once before in Atlanta, and Big Sean, in the middle of his concert, you know, he just talked to us. He had just turned like, I don't know, like 30 something at that time, and he was like, you know what, I look at life from a percentage rate. Like 100 is like 100%. And I feel like right now, like he said, he was like 35, 36. I feel like I'm only at 36% of my life power right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'm just continuing to grow and elevate. That was probably like one of the most
Right.
influential
good.
things
That's
I ever heard.
impactful. What I'm
Yeah.
hearing you say is really we set the bar for what's legendary for ourselves. Like you're setting the bar for yourself, and that's how I feel too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So every day I show up and do this, and I'm blown away by how much I've grown. And I've never been really a creative kind of person. I was more of a straight through school career, straight lace kind of person. So the fact that I picked up a camera and decided to start doing this, and I surprise myself every day with just, you know, how much God has blessed me to continue to do, I do feel legendary, you know, to myself.
But that's how I feel too. I did another interview, and I was telling the person that life just changed, you know, and just being able to just be a part of where I'm from in a way is that's crazy.
Crazy, you know? It's like we don't really we imagine ourselves being superstars as a child because we're just imaginative at that time. But we don't really see how it could really come into fruition in real life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like what we're doing right now, it's like, dang, I knew I was going to be a radio personality, but I didn't know how it was going to pan out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's just like, dang, I'm really doing this. Like I'm really, having conversations with celebrities. I'm really at these events backstage, hearing the conversations that go on backstage, and it's just like, wow, like I can't believe this is a dream come true, especially coming from, we're from Alabama. A lot of times people count us out, but they don't even realize how much talent comes from Alabama. Like Alabama is black culture. There wouldn't really be that much black culture had it not been for so many people who came from Alabama and spoke up for black Americans, you know what I'm saying? Jesse Owens, Rosa Parks, The Temptations, and now we're creating a new wave of legends that change the culture for the better. We got you, Jazz, we got LHUT, we got Queen Leora, we got all of these people out here in the city of Birmingham just doing major things. So I just want to talk to you about that. It ties into my next question. How do you all balance authenticity, with the pressure to maintain an online presence, and what impact has that had on your mental well-being of maintaining authenticity as well as being able to promote an event?
Yeah. So as far as promoting things, I only accept promotion for things that would actually align with me and what I want to do. Like if it's an event and I'm telling y'all I think this is a dope event, I literally think it's a dope event, and I have turned down promo because it just doesn't align with me. So that's one thing that I do to remain authentic. Also, how like when you're around your friends, you're a certain way. When you're around your parents, you're a certain way, and they're both authentic, but you may not say certain things around your parents as you say around your friends. So I'm still authentically myself online, but you're not going to be maybe how you are with like your closest friends. So I just pretty much, I'm me all the time, but you may have different versions or different nuances to that depending on the setting. Because it's time and place.
I agree. But I think for me though, I just come from like a certain place. And so I don't really know how to be anything other than myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to do nothing else but keep it real. And I agree with Jazz. There's so many things that people want me to do or ask me to do probably every single day. And I'm like, no, that just don't go along. I'm not about to sell my soul. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not just about to do something for the sake of $1, or I'm not about to oversaturate my my followers with just anything based off of the fact that I'm getting paid to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Let me ask you that. Have
then you lose.
not to interrupt you, but have you had somebody offer you something that made you feel like you were selling your soul? And if so, what was that?
Well, not necessarily. Well, I felt that's more so like a personal thing for me. I'm saying that nobody has ever asked me that, but I'm saying like if I'm promoting a product or a event or a restaurant or anything that just doesn't align with what I believe in, or how I feel. Like if I feel like genuinely connected to it, then I feel like that's me selling my soul for a check, and I'm not doing that. So that's how I remain authentic. I do things that feel right for me.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's real, man. You got to do what feels what's right for you, and something that doesn't feel too far-fetched, like you're stretching to create this character. Do you feel like as influencers there's a difference between who you are off the camera and who you are on the camera? Do you feel like you guys are creating a character when you do influencing?
No. I'm crazy. Anybody who knows me know that some of the things that I say on video is the same things I'll say in real life. So, but you do have to remain conscious of what you say when you're doing the video. So some of the stuff I may come out of my mouth and say to my friends, I'm not going to necessarily say on the video, but my personality is the same personality that you'll get in real life.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think for me, I'm definitely myself online, but multiple people have told me when they've gotten to know me, they didn't really know how truly goofy I was. Like, even you said that when you got to know me, you're like, you are insane. And so I actually have tried to show my personality a little more. And it's not that I was holding back. So I didn't have a big internet presence at all before I started Palate for Culture. So it was a little uncomfortable for me. I initially wanted to just show the business and show where I was going, but not really focus on myself. Because even now, I don't really like the attention, to be honest. But I realized that you are who people connect with. And so that's what builds the relationships and what builds the platform. And so I'm like, well, I gotta start showing myself more. And then I don't know, I guess it kind of went in line with what I had going on in my personal life, and maybe me becoming more comfortable with myself, more comfortable showing more of my personality online. But I'm probably a lot more goofy in person than I am. And I don't know, I show it because, like, if I react to something and I'm on camera, I'm like, okay, wing, like, I really said that. Like,
what's something goofy you do in real life?
Me, I laugh a lot. I'm just gonna I'm gonna make a joke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a joke in me every single time. Do you hear me? Like, it's gonna be something said out of my mouth, and that's
I'm just deeply unserious. It's like
you're very childish. Like, you like to play.
I do. I play all day, but I'm also so responsible. It's ridiculous. And I don't play either. Like, if it comes to business, I'm like, all right, so we're going to do a contract. We got this and this. But I play all day.
Yeah, I think the most unserious people are the most serious people. Like, I'm serious like that.
When it come down to a meeting and handling my business, you gonna see a whole different version of me. Like, I've been in the meeting.
It throws people off too, don't it?
It does, because I've been in the meeting with somebody before, and they're like, I can't tell if you just got this blank space or whatever. I'm like, I'm handling my business. Like, one thing about it, I'm degreed up. I'm professional in every sense of the word, but I'm also. Because I'm handling my business up front, then I'm going to play.
Right.
I'm having a good time immediately after.
I think I'm just a lighthearted, genuinely just, kind-hearted, lighthearted person. So I think that's what it is. I'm just, I don't take so much so seriously, but I definitely don't play also.
Life is too serious to just be serious all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
laugh a little, but then handle your business when it's time.
And we say all the time, like, we got to grow up at some point. I mean, and it could be something sad going on. I'm going to find a way to laugh. Like, if it's a serious, don't look at me if it's a serious situation. Because we're going to laugh at something.
I feel like me, like, I be unserious with my way of thinking. Like, sometimes I ask myself, like, have you ever met a bald head Mexican?
See? And no.
Like, think about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never met a bald head Mexican. Now that I think about it, like, it's just like, just crazy stuff like that just pop in my head, and I laugh. Like a bald head, like, I'm not talking about the Mexicans that go out their way to shave their hair. I'm talking about, like, they literally, like, bald, like they can't grow no hair. Like,
no, I ain't never seen that.
You ain't never seen that? I ain't never seen that either. Now that I think about it,
it's funny.
Like, that's just crazy to think about.
I think about stuff like that too, though. Like, like,
just
it'd be random,
just odd stuff. Like, so going to the next question. It's a process to be an influencer. What moment made you all feel like your content was really making a difference, not only in the city of Birmingham, but just in general?
Listen, it's been a lot of them. I'm not gonna even lie. In the city, like, I feel like I can think about several of them. To be honest, I feel like for me, more than anything, like, hearing from people who are business owners who are like, look, I was about to go out of business, you literally turned my business around. You know what I'm saying? That, for me, like, I done been noticed by the mayor's office, people, anybody that I can think of that would know. I'm like, how did they know? They really know me. You know what I'm saying? But the impact on people's business, that's crazy.
Yeah. Same. I think the very first time when it really kind of blew me away, I went to Big Dog's Bessemer, and he had been, trying to get me to come there, and I was having, like, some of my own, like, health issues at the time, and I was like, I don't feel like going up there, but I'm like, well, let me go on and go, because I actually had to have a procedure. I actually had my gallbladder removed, which is funny, because I do all this eating, and I be like, y'all don't know sometimes it be rough out here, so I love y'all. I've had to adjust my lifestyle a little bit.
Yeah, got to squeeze the muscles a little bit,
Big Dog's Bessemer, he had this big burger. And I'm like, I was about to have gallbladder surgery. I'm like, I can't eat this burger, but I got to show the people the burger because it's huge. So I took somebody with me, and I was like, I'm gonna try it to make sure, for quality assurance purposes, and then I'm gonna let them eat it.
Right.
And so I just, even looking back at that video, I could tell, like, girl, you didn't feel good. You just rolled up there, you did the video. It took me a little while to edit it because I was, I wasn't feeling it. But I went on to edit it. I went on to post it. That video blew up so much on my Instagram and on my TikTok. And when I went back there later, after I had surgery and everything, I was doing fine. And he was like, that video changed my life. And I was like, are you serious? And so, he has a food stand. And ever since then, I can't keep up with him. He's all over the country going places. I got to be like, when are you going to be in town? I want to get, some food again. But that video changed the trajectory of his business, but it also changed the trajectory of my platform too, because I started getting opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after that. And my Instagram really blew up after that too. But that was probably my first moment where I was like, oh my gosh, like I really impacted somebody's life. Like,
I love that.
this is why God placed me here to do this. This is crazy.
It's legendary.
Yeah, and to think it was just a moment, it wasn't a grandiose. It was like, let me roll up here. I don't feel good. But behind the scenes, y'all don't know really what was going on with everything. I just did this video. Y'all didn't even know I was like, I'm not feeling good. I can't even eat half of the burger, but I'm going to do, So it worked out. Yeah.
Wow, like Big Dogs, I still gotta check him out. You just put me on to somebody. Like,
I tried them.
I love me some hamburgers. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like I be trying to keep up with all the food spots that y'all be dropping in the city. But y'all, look, I already gained about a good 50 pounds over the past year or so. Like my doctor told me I gotta lose some weight. So like I just want to say thank y'all so much for contributing to my weight gain. That really means a lot to me.
Don't put that on us now. Look, because we be in the gym.
I be in the gym too, but like the way my 30s are set up is like this metabolism. They hit pretty hard.
I've been trying to have a good balance.
Yeah. So speaking of that, you guys have done so many good reviews across the city. How do you balance, keeping it real, but also like, have you guys ever had a bad experience where like the customer service was off, the food was off, and you wanted to let the audience know? Have y'all ever had a moment like that? And tell me about that moment.
In the beginning, for sure, for me, in the beginning, when I was just going on my own, it's just, I'm like, oh my God, do I even want to post this video? Because this is just so bad or whatever. So yeah, I definitely had. Now I ain't gonna even lie to you, it didn't change a lot, but when I first started, for sure.
I kind of categorize food creators in my head, right? You have people like Chime Time, for example, or like Keith Lee. I feel like they're food critics, and regardless, they're gonna tell you exactly what they think about every little thing. They have their own way to deliver it. I feel like I'm more so of someone who's highlighting the place to tell you about it, tell you what I liked and didn't like. But with that being said, I am honest about what I think about certain things. But if I have just an all-out bad experience, I probably wouldn't post. Because I feel like just because that was my experience, that might not be someone else's, but I'm also not going to get on here and say it was good when it wasn't. But if I have a mixed experience, which often can happen, then I will say that too. And I just say it in a way where I'm not bashing, but I'm just like, that wasn't my favorite, or I wouldn't get this, or what have you. But I also use my platform to offer some constructive criticism, because I do focus on Black-owned businesses. And so there was one business in particular I went to. Their food was phenomenal, but I was honest in the beginning of my video, y'all, they're never open when I come. And I finally caught them. And in my comments, everybody was like, I can't ever catch them. But I talked about how good the food was. Well, now I start to see that business posting about apologizing about their hours, explaining why their hours have been inconsistent and wanting to improve. So I definitely think it's important to have that dialogue. But with my style, I'm just not a food critic, so to speak, where I'm not going to rip anyone to shreds. If it's an all-out bad experience, I'm probably not going to post it. It's just me.
Like, why do y'all think Black businesses have such bad customer service? It's like the food be good, but it's like that attitude just make you think about it. It's like, you be up at night and be like, dang, should I have said something to that person? Because
Yes.
dang, their customer service is just horrible.
I'm not gonna just say that it's a black people thing.
Right.
I think it's contingent upon sometimes the places that you're going to and kind of like the environment that they cultivate. I think it's important. Everybody don't have that Chick-fil-A mentality. You know what I'm saying? And also too, I feel like for me personally, if you open up a restaurant or you open up a place where you're serving food, to me the best ones are the people that's probably worked in it before. And they kind of understand like the world of customer service. If you're a business owner, you just got money and you opening up a restaurant, I can almost tell. I really can. Like I can tell if you have just done something to invest your money in, because the customer service shows that, the professionalism shows that, and I give grace to people because I feel like you only know what you know. You know what I'm saying, and you don't know what you don't know. But I think that I would advise. Personally, because I'm a business major, I would advise people that open up restaurants to just invest in yourself and take like a business course or whatever. That's to me the only way to get rid of that problem. But Jazz, she works with more black owned. She works with specifically black owned businesses. More
So it's
than
more
me.
of an educational thing, you think? When you say take a business course,
I just feel like you need to just get proficient in what it is what customer service is. You know what I'm saying? It's not about somebody having a bad experience and you giving them their money back. That's not that's just putting a band-aid over the problem. The problem still exists. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So obviously there needs to be some training or something in place to alleviate this problem, because it's still there.
Right.
It's some businesses in the city that people go to, that I go to, that Jazz go to as an influencer, and we don't have a horrible experience, or it could be like a mid experience and people go and it's terrible or whatever, and they keep having the same issue over and over again. So obviously it's a problem there.
Yeah. One thing I do try to do when I'm invited somewhere, I do pay attention to how they're treating everyone else too, so I can kind of pay attention to that. But I will say, I think that it's not just an exclusive to black businesses thing. And I think that's really why I exist, because I feel like black businesses get such a bad rep. But I do specifically highlight businesses that I like and that I am endorsing with the information that I have at that time, because, sometimes things can change. So if it's a place that just has bad customer service, I probably wouldn't highlight it. Or I would say, hey, this is what I think about their customer service. So I think we're also a lot harder on ourselves. Take that how you will. If you think that's good or bad, I think we have a different expectation for ourselves, because, you can go to another business and you're going to keep going, especially if it's a corporation. It doesn't matter how the experience is. Sometimes you're going to keep going if you need to go to that business. But when it comes to us, it's like there is no grace, I feel like. But then on the other hand, like Ladarius said, a lot of these businesses, some of them don't have good business acumen. And I mean just simple stuff. I think business courses would be beneficial as well. So, I don't know. It is definitely a good topic of discussion. But that is why I started Palate for Culture, because a lot of us do want to support black-owned businesses.
Right.
But we want to support good black-owned businesses. And we want to feel good about where our money's going and get good quality and good product. So that's why I created this, so that people can see like there are good black-owned businesses out there,
right? And
they need our support.
Yeah, just promoting well-rounded business owners,
right?
And now, don't get me wrong. Like I've ran into it's definitely a human thing rather than just a race thing, because I've ran into some counterparts.
But it's an issue with us too. I mean, I'm not. That's not lost on me. But I think when you look at the landscape of black businesses, you can't ignore all of the historical contexts that got us here. And we don't have the same resources or access to certain information or the generational wealth and all these other things. But at the same time, I think when we get a little bit of money, like Ladarius said, you just open a business based off of aesthetics or based off of whatever. And, I feel like Birmingham can get a little big fish in a small pondish where some people just
Yeah.
think, I don't need help. I know what I'm doing. And that, I think, is a detriment because a lot of businesses that I highlight end up closing sometimes, too.
Right.
And so
You do
that
yourself a
needs to be a
disservice.
conversation, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm gonna
It's
pop
true.
my shit. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. You know
and
what I'm
that
saying?
is, I feel, mostly an us thing, especially in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Because I actually have better experiences with black-owned businesses outside of Birmingham, too. That is
Right.
another conversation.
Well, like,
And I
outside
have-
of Birmingham, what's the best experience you've had? In what city, what state, what was that?
One of my favorite restaurants is actually in Tuscaloosa. It's
okay.
Urban Bar and Kitchen. I will talk about them till the cows come home. And they're just they're just a delicious establishment. Have you been there?
War Eagles, but still carry on.
They reached out to me before.
They did. Go.
They didn't.
Oh, well, it's good. Well, yeah. I go. That's another conversation.
Yeah. So
I have family down there, so I'm down there probably
Okay.
more. But it's just so good and it's so affordable, and they know it works and they stick to it, and it's consistent and it's quality and it's delicious and it's just always packed with all kinds of people every time you go in there.
yeah.
But yeah, I've been to businesses in other states. It's just, I don't know, Birmingham. I love Birmingham, but sometimes Birmingham feels a little different. Like we get in our own way
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you go to other cities and, you could debate about some of these spots in like Atlanta, Houston, whatever. But there's so many thriving black businesses. Like they're
many.
just all on the corner. At every corner you turn, there's so many.
So many.
And they get support. But I don't know, why can't we replicate that?
Because I think Birmingham is because it's smaller. It's like
I think it's the people that's opening up the businesses. That's what I think it is. I think it's the owners of the. I think it starts from the top. I really do, and I think it's the mindset of the people in Atlanta versus a person that's from here.
yeah, that's definitely the mindset.
I feel like we have a certain culture here, and people are, like you said, they're just crabs in a barrel in a way,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they don't want to.
I can't let you get past me now. I was here
You
first.
can do good, but not better than me.
Yeah, like
and not just. I don't know if I'm just of a. I don't know where I come from, because I'm of the mindset that what's for me is for me,
Right.
and no one else, even a person that's doing the same thing that I'm doing, can take away from me what's already meant for me.
Right.
And so it goes with anything that you do, though, especially with the restaurant scene, though. I feel like we have to do a better job, because these restaurants are like coming and going.
yeah, they are. They really are.
They are.
And if
They
it was
are.
me, I would get mentored from someone who has established themselves and been here, like a T-Bone or Joe and Deb's or these staple places that have been here for a very long time.
Sponsor, y'all. Sponsor.
But obviously they're doing something right, because they have cemented themselves, and
Okay, let me ask you this: small town eating versus big city eating. Which one would y'all prefer?
small town.
Small town all day. See, thank you. See, look, now you went to JSU. Go Gamecocks first and foremost. You already know how the 256 do.
Yeah.
Man, have you been down there? Have you been down there, done any reviews, man, for like Brad's Barbecue, Rocket, Coupe de Ville, bruh? Like, you would bring back some memories going to Coupe de Ville.
I
For
said I was
real.
gonna do that, like something like that, when I go back for homecoming this year. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you, Jazz?
You know what? When I go to smaller towns, I'm always just so blown away by the price difference. I did a video.
Oh, I remember that.
I went to Selma, and it's a funny story, because I just saw this ninth grader from Selma on TikTok talking about a Black History play that she was doing. And she was trying to reach Kerry Washington, but it just blew up. And so I saw it. I was like, I'm free that day. I've never been to Selma. I'm going to go down there and I'm going to go explore. And I went to the play. I did a video about it on YouTube and all my platforms. But anyway, I went to a Black-owned restaurant there. It's called Lanny's Barbecue. It's been there since 1942. Staple. They've been recognized in USA Today and just all over the place. Anyway, they were out of barbecue, and I got there at like maybe I don't know, 3 o'clock. They were out of barbecue for the day because they're that good. So I just got like a burger and some wings and some okra. And contrary to popular belief, let me say this: just because you see us showing a bunch of food, don't mean we eat all of it at one time.
Oh my God!
Let's stop asking that. Please.
There is no way.
I love a to-go box.
It's no way in the way y'all think nobody sitting there eating all that food.
We can't, and we
Would you say
share.
that's the biggest
The crazy part
misconception
about it
people
is-
perceive of y'all?
The thing is, we go to restaurants together all the time.
It's true.
And we eat like little ants.
We don't. That's the key.
I
Don't
don't even eat a
overeat.
lot.
And I tell people, they're like, "How you do all that eating and you're not gaining weight?" I eat as much as you. I just show y'all more of what I eat, and they're like,
but I tell people all the time, like the average person goes out to probably eat food every single day.
Yeah.
It's no different.
It's no different. But back to your question.
Anyway.
Back to your question. All of that food was $17, and I was like, $17? I just spent $20 on a 10-piece wing with fries and Kiki Poo in Birmingham, and I got double that. And and also it's just the love. It's like your grandma back there cooking it. I love small town eating. However, sometimes I do like a little big city jazz with, you got the mimosa flights and all that different stuff. I do like that sometimes too.
I bet the aesthetic is
So I like a
cool.
little bit of both.
Them small towns, they put their back into it.
They do. I like both.
I do.
I like both. I'm a true foodie.
I don't know. I love
I'm a
that
foodie.
small town eating. It's just like like you said, they put their back into it. It's like they got that grandmama hand.
They do.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
do.
You can never just
I
go
love
wrong
it.
with that grandmama hand
Grandma's
at all,
hand.
man.
I love it. When I was on my way back from the place I was telling you about, the luxury camping place or whatever, this week, there was some biscuit place on the side of the road. I whipped that car around so fast. Them biscuits were so good. They made them with love. I can tell you about the place.
I love me some
But
good
it was
biscuits
good.
now.
And I got like 3 things for like $10.
Have you like that dude's buttermilk biscuits? Ready.
I was like, I know they got the little tin thing back there cutting these up.
Getting deep about the power of an influencer, ladies and gentlemen. Let me ask y'all something. What do you think truly makes someone influential beyond just having a big following?
I think for me, someone who is willing to influence people, but also reach back and bring other people along with them. I mean, of course, you know that if you have a big following, you're making an impact some kind of way because people are. But when you reach back and you bring someone along with you, that's some influential stuff. Can we cuss on here?
Yeah, hell yeah. This is the spot.
That's some influential shit.
Okay.
Pop your shit.
Yeah.
See, this is what we talked about earlier. Your authentic self. You are not going to have me cussing on nothing recorded.
And you live cussing.
See, not going to do it.
Uh,
I don't cuss in my free time.
well,
Oh my God.
I do.
I echo what Ladarius said, and I think too. Also, when it's the impact that you make, and when you are authentically yourself, and just when you make an impact on people's lives, I think they can make. Because you think about it. Like, look at where you've gotten to in your life. And so we're probably around the same age. You said you're around in your 30s. It really wasn't a lot of representation growing up for us.
No.
So, like, I feel like I don't remember when 98.7 was started, but I just remember a lot of these more black radio stations popping up when we were little. And so I'm sure you were influenced by, like, hearing somebody on the radio.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm going to do that. And that person may have not even known they were influential.
Yeah.
So I think really when you're walking in your purpose and you're purpose driven, because we talked about this the other day. We get a lot of questions. How can I be an influencer? How can I do this? And it's like, I never went into this for the clout or for the recognition. I'm just like walking what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing and what I love to do and enjoy doing. And I think that's what makes you influential naturally. Yeah. When your motives are pure too.
When your motives are good, when you're willing to not be a crab in a barrel, when you're willing to reach back and bring somebody else along with you, you're not a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, being an influencer, it's so many of them that are not good people. It's just they're just not good people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just keeping it all the way real. You know, it's so many of them who have real cold hearts, and I can just see how they were raised. You know what I'm saying? Like I was raised in love. You know what I'm saying? Like I was raised with people around me who were real, authentic people who were really themselves. So me walking into this influencer world, I'm like, here, I'm here. Like I'm here, but I'm not putting up with no bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna be exactly who I am.
Right.
And if you got a problem with that, then we can deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I be telling people all the time, I'm from the north side of Birmingham. So
Yeah, I was actually about to say that you straight out the north side.
I'm from the north side.
You know, they got them elbows
and
for you.
And Jazz, it'll come out sometimes. Jazz, I'll go there, but I be trying not to.
He was thinking I was from the suburbs. I'm actually not.
She's not from the suburbs, but I'm definitely not from the suburbs.
Oh, snap. Yeah.
I be ready.
You from Birmingham?
I am. So I'm from Birmingham, but I didn't grow up here my whole life.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm actually from Woodline, and people
Woodline.
are always very shocked.
East side.
They very shocked
East
when I said,
side.
like, yeah, I grew up in Woodline, but I lived in different states. My family moved when I was younger, so I didn't come back to Alabama until I was in college. I went to University of Alabama, Roll Tide, and I've been here since then. Look at your face. I've been here
Oh, my God. Like, I mean,
hey.
Yeah, y'all did a little something the other day, you know, against us. But, hey, look, it is what it is. It was just like a little...
Are we a basketball school now?
Nah. Y'all still ain't no basketball school. Now, Auburn, that's another topic. Auburn is definitely a basketball school. We run that basketball program.
Something.
We got to have something to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need a dub somewhere.
Okay.
Come on now.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. All right. So power of an influencer. I got a quick scenario that I want to break down to y'all. But before I do that, I just want y'all to make sure to tell a friend to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe right now on YouTube. Follow the social media platforms, the social media pages on all platforms. We're going to put all that information right down below. You already know how that goes. So, are y'all ready for the big game that we're about to play?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love playing games. We got to definitely play a game. So, we're going to play this game called Peep the Scene.
Okay.
All right, this is a scenario that I want you to picture in your mind, and I want you to think about what you would do in this scenario. All right, so the scene is, today is your off day. This is your first off day in like months, right? But you really just want to chill in the city of Birmingham, or maybe just, you don't feel like driving too far, but you want to set up an eventful day for your off day. I want you to tell me where you're going in that off day, and the places that you're going to in the off day. It has to be based on a place that you guys have reviewed as an influencer. So I want you to pick like a main event. Then I want you to pick like a dinner. Where are you going to the dinner? If you after the dinner,
Okay.
Are you going to a bar?
Okay.
What bar?
Okay.
What nightclub are you going to?
I know mine. So for me, if I'm off, I'm gonna go and probably get me some brunch. I'll probably start out with breakfast, brunch-ish or whatever. I worked with Ruby Sunshine before. Or Ruby Slippers, what they call themselves. They got really good. It's like, for me, I don't really eat breakfast like that. So around 11 o'clock ish is good for me. So around that time, so I go there. Then I'll probably go to some sort of like a spa or something. I just did a review for her Oasis Head Spa. And it was, I will probably go there at least once a quarter.
Man, that shit looked so relaxing.
It
That's,
did. Like,
oh,
I
man.
felt my head relax while I was watching
Man, my
the
eyes
video.
were rolling in the back of my head while I was looking at it. I was like, ugh.
That was the best thing cause I'm a dude, so we don't get our hair washed or massaged or nothing like that. So for me, it was like almost a brand new experience. Of course, I had my hair washed several times, but not that often or whatever. Man, but if I want to just put a little bit more on it and just do a little bit more, I probably go get a massage too. So I go on over to Ross Bridge. I work with them, and I also work with Escape Day Spa. So I don't work with a couple people, but then I'll go to dinner. I'll probably go somewhere where I know the food's gonna hit. So I'll probably go like the Brick Tops. And then after that, if I want to just go home, take me a little shower, then get back out, I'll probably head over to Privilege or Sands or something just to end the night.
Okay.
A long full day. Yeah.
That's a full
Hey,
day.
but that's a fun ass day. But that feels like a Ferris Bueller day off.
Okay. So for me, this will essentially be like a black-owned day in Birmingham, which, shameless plug, I'm gonna be doing a video soon, a black-owned day in Birmingham. So stay tuned at Palate for Culture on all platforms. Okay, but based off places I've reviewed, so if this is the perfect off day, it's gonna be a day I catch Your Mama's brunch. Full stop.
Love Your Mama.
Their brunch is so good to me. So I would go there. I would probably go get me a facial from Flawless Skin and Wellness over in. See, the funny thing is when you're getting content too, and you kind of have to stop and move the camera or do whatever, you enjoy, but it's still like you enjoy it. But
it's different than
was
when you
so
just going.
relaxing.
Just like I'm doing right now.
Yes,
I'm enjoying this conversation.
But it was just so. I never had a facial before, and so I've been telling myself I need to make my way back. So I definitely will go get me a facial. Let's see. If I wanted something sweet, I would have to head over to K&J's and get me. They're going to try to give me the milkshake or something. I'm going to be like, no, I just came for a cupcake. Okay.
Right, yeah.
I just came for me a little cupcake. Now, I like to shop. And I like, vintage, just different things. So I'm going to head over to Woodlawn and go to Detrespa, which is a vintage and thrift store in Detrespa, right off First Avenue.
I love vintage.
Oh my God, they have
stores.
men's clothes and everything.
Really?
I've never been in there.
Oh my goodness. That's actually where I got my outfit for your eat and greet last year.
Oh, that's a thrift.
That's where I went. It's like it's like consignment, consignment and vintage.
Okay.
Black woman owned. Miss Leroy's is fabulous. She used to be over in Homewood and she moved over to Woodlawn, and it is fabulous. I mean, you go in there and you're just like, it's so much.
You got to find some old school Tommy Hilfiger.
Yes, and she will help you.
Okay.
And she knows the store like the back of her hand. Like, yeah, absolutely fabulous. Okay, so for dinner, I'm struggling with that. So whenever people ask me what's my favorite restaurant, it changes.
Right.
Because it's like, where have I gone recently that I can't stop thinking about?
Yeah.
As far as dinner and black-owned in Birmingham, I can't think of anywhere right now that I'm just like obsessed with dinner-wise. But I've been spend a day with me, and sometimes I'll show y'all, like I'll eat at some Asian cuisine because that's actually my favorite food. I'm getting tapped in with the Asian community. So,
they're my people.
My favorite restaurant is East West.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I keep hearing about East West.
I wouldn't put them in my black-owned day in the life, but it would be in my day in the life. Like I slid over to East West in between black-owned establishments.
I keep hearing about them. I'm gonna have to go ahead and hit them up.
I mean, exposed brick. The ambiance, the lighting, the drinks, the
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Top tier.
Top tier. For sure.
So yeah, and then I would end the night at probably Denim. Denim.
Hey,
Love a
you
good
can't go
denim.
wrong with
but
denim.
I have to go early because I'm a baby auntie, and I don't wanna be there late. I go a little early.
Go a little early, yeah. Just enjoy that vibe.
Just enjoy the vibe. Get some cute drinks. Take some cute pictures.
Yeah.
Before it get packed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't know how to go home sometimes, so we probably end up at Majestic.